Welcome back to PG-DND. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Tyson Child, and joined with me we have
Jefferson Beatty. I play Silas Grimhawk.
Zane Carroway. I play Vilix Thrawn.
And Connor Patten, I play Xeno Xing.
And before we get started, we do have a few people that we want to give thanks to. First off, James RPG Art. He provides a lot of the art that you're going to see in our show today, including the background that we're looking at right now. He has a Patreon, and you can access for fairly cheap all of his art. He's got a ton for Curse of Strahd, ton for other styles, whatever you're playing. Go check him out. We have a link of his Patreon in the description below. Also, we want to thank Tabletop Audio, who provides all of the music and sound effects that we play on our show, including the music that you're listening to currently. And his service is free, so go check those out at tabletopaudio.com. You can also support him on Patreon. Again, the link is in our description below. We'd also like to remind you that we have Season 1 of Heroes of Theros on YouTube and podcast. It's over 50 episodes. Go check it out. Jefferson's the DM. It's awesome. Go watch it. It's really good.
It's definitely binge worthy.
Very
So-
nice.
Yeah.
Listen to it between the times you're listening to this.
This is your warning. It is addictive. It is classified as an addictive substance by the FDA.
You have been warned.
That is not true.
No, that's not
It
true
is
at all.
absolutely true.
But it is
Definitely
very
not
good.
true.
You should go
We get a
watch.
summons from the federal government.
Cease and desist.
All right. Well, last time on Curse of Strahd, our adventurers fought this skin monster and this skeleton monster. They were able to defeat it, and they continued on their travels. They talked a lot. They had some soup, aka some stew or some goop,
Mm-hmm.
whichever one you want to call it. That's what they ate.
Forgot
Well,
about
I mean,
that.
we didn't eat goop. Goop was a piece.
The goop was in the soup,
It's in the
which was
goop's in
actually
the soup.
stew.
It was very goopy soup.
Yep.
And then they eventually found the gates of Barovia, and they officially entered into the dreaded lands of Barovia. And immediately upon entering in, they found a dead body that had a note that seemed eerily similar to the note that Xeno had received from Aragal. They then heard wolves howling in the distance. And that is where we will begin.
Is
So
it a...
as
Oh, go ahead.
go for it. You go for it.
Is it night or day?
It's day. I'm pretty. You guys had a long rest.
Okay.
It's only been a few hours, so it's daytime right now.
Okay.
So, as I recall, I challenged Vilix to a race in order for us to get out of here as quick as we could.
It's
So,
true.
Who wins the race? And are you racing with us, Xeno?
Yeah, I'll race with you guys.
All right.
I'll race with you.
Okay.
Okay. Just to make sure, are any of your speeds greater or lower than 30?
I think mine's 31 feet.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
weird. Mine's 32. No, 30 feet.
30.
Okay. Awesome. So how we're gonna do this is we're just gonna have you guys, because you're all the same speed. So we're
Okay.
just gonna go off of 3 athletic checks,
Okay.
Okay.
and we'll just start off with 1, and then I'll maybe describe some complications and things like that. But we'll just see how it goes.
Because the whole purpose obviously is for us to just get as far away from here as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm assuming you guys are
right, I'm ready,
dashing
boys.
and all of that.
Yep.
So
I'm ready too.
yeah.
I already
Good
rolled.
idea. Okay.
perfect.
I'm rolling on the here.
Do
so
it. Roll on there.
Yeah.
Take that.
Do it. You roll on that.
That's 19 minus 1 and 18.
I got a natural 20.
Ah.
Plus 0, so it's a natural 20.
Oh.
I
All
think it's my
right.
first one in this campaign.
Nat
Got a
20
13.
on the best thing you're ever gonna use it on.
a pointless ability check.
Okay, so you guys take off running, and Xeno, surprisingly, with this giant shell that he wears, is pulling ahead. Vilix sadly is falling behind.
What do you
what's-
expect? I have short 10-year-old legs.
Take that, kid. As I run past you.
I see Xeno pulling ahead of me. And I'm just going to push a little harder and see if I can't pass him up.
Okay, so now here's how we're gonna do this. Because Vilix is so far behind, we're gonna give. So you get, let's just say, a -5 to your roll, but because Silas and Xeno both rolled really, really good, I'm gonna give you guys just still a 0, but I think I'm gonna give Xeno a +2, just
Okay.
because of that nat 20. But yours was a 19, so I don't want it to be too much.
It's technically 18, but
Oh, it was 18?
yeah, it was 19 minus 1. I got -1 athletics.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, then maybe I'll give Xeno a +5, because he got a nat 20. It's a nat 20.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
sounds great.
Okay, now
Love it.
everyone roll again.
We got a 13 plus 5, so that's 18.
And I got an 8.
Oh, did you see that? That was like a 19.
Gosh, dang it.
You snooze, you lose.
Dirty one.
I'm taking this way too serious.
As I see Xeno just pull away from me,
Mm-hmm.
getting pissed about it, I realize the whole purpose of why I challenged everybody to the race. And I'm going to kind of glance behind me and see if how far behind Vilix is.
Okay. And yeah,
I rolled
he's
I rolled
pretty
a
far
5.
behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop running. But the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to, go from running to like a staggered, limp walk.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab the back of my leg and go
As if you have a cramp.
as if I pulled my muscle. Yeah.
The guy that has no muscles. at
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I-
arthritis! My
yeah,
arthritis!
I think I pulled a muscle. So I'm just not gonna even.
So you're gonna purposefully lose this one.
correct.
Okay. And
Throw
and
the
I'm
race.
still gonna say you all travel the same distance. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But okay.
As far
So
as
you
the end
purposely
goal
lose this.
goes,
Yeah.
I pull up way behind everybody else.
Okay. So now go ahead and just we'll do the same. Xeno, you roll straight this time, and Vilix, just roll straight, but you're not going to be able to pass up.
Well,
Conrad.
never say
Well,
never.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Maybe
nat
if
20.
you,
Never
if you
say
get a nat
never.
20.
Oh, dude, it almost hit that natural 20. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Okay.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ooh, maybe you do.
Yeah, you were. I rolled it, and then you were like, "You're not gonna be able to pass Xeno," and I was like, "Well, it's not looking so hot."
Yeah.
Go, kid, get him. You can still win, kid.
So Silas kind of pulls behind, and Vilix actually kind of picks up that motivates you. Like you're like, hey, I just passed up Silas, and you
I
actually
can do it.
Yeah, it's a close race. Whatever, I don't know if you guys had a tree or something you were going for, but Vilix kind of pulls ahead, and at the very end, it looks kind of close, but he might have passed him at the very end. Might have beaten him to the tree.
Can I say that as I approach this tree, I am just have my neck cranked backwards, just looking, not even paying attention to where I am running, and I would love to just trip on a root and just face first right into the mud, just slide full stop.
Yes, 100%.
So I pull my face out of the mud and see Vilix pass me. I hate races. It was rigged the whole time. And I'll start slopping the mud off. Good job, kid. Well, you are immensely powerful, right?
I am very powerful, like I said.
I think it's a bit suspicious that Silas is suddenly getting cramps and such.
Why?
He doesn't have any muscles.
Yeah, I pulled a muscle.
Yeah, I'm sure that you did.
Nah, something back there was caught, It's
Yeah.
a piece of sinew or something of the like.
I'm sure I have some joint oil in my...
No, thank you.
Why not?
Would you look at that? And I
on
kind of
you.
lift up my leg and swing it a little bit, at the knee.
All better.
And do some circles. And huh, weird, temporary. I don't know what it was. Hey, good job, kid. I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if we successfully evaded the wolves.
Okay, go for it.
Is it okay if I do perception?
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have asked what I need to roll first. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and do perception.
It's a 13.
Hi, Jefferson.
I'm sorry. The only way for me to adjust.
I think it's the blue. I think it's the blue in the back.
Yeah. I'll have to change out the color. I have a white,
Okay.
but I just feel like that'd be too saturated.
Yeah, it might give it the opposite effect, where you just blend in,
Just the shirt, the headphones.
Exactly,
beard.
instead of vice versa.
I love it.
So you kind of sit and you listen to these wolves to see if you can hear any more howling. And you actually don't hear howling, but instead you hear what sounds like music of some kind.
Okay. Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
It's coming from in front of you.
Like down the road?
Yeah, down the road. So
Or
continuing
off into the woods?
on
Okay.
on the road.
I'm just gonna cautiously unsling my rifle and hold it waist level, not necessarily
Okay.
particular, just as a precaution. And I'm gonna say, y'all two hear that?
Not particularly. What am I listening for?
Music, I think.
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear anything over the sound of me beating you.
I'll stick my fingers into my ears, my little lizard ears, and I'll just kind of swirl them around and pull them out and just get a bunch of mud out and slop it on the ground. Oh, now I hear it. Yep. Somewhere over that way.
Has that always been in there? How long has that been in there?
Honestly, hard to say. Could have been
I don't want to know.
just
It's-
now. It could have
Yep.
been a week
Yeah,
ago.
no, I'm good. I changed my mind.
I mean, we could see what else.
I don't be ear hole mud.
We
Nope.
could see what
I'm
else
gonna
is
start walking towards the
inside.
music.
I just start laughing and follow after him.
Okay. So as you guys kind of continue towards this music, the trees around you actually as you went through the gate, they kind of started to thin out slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But and you notice that as you continue forward, they become more like living rather than these dead trees. But
Okay.
they're still pretty dead. But there's more leaves, more needles and things on them. And you walk another maybe 20, 30 minutes, and this music is very, very apparent. And you actually see what appears to be some sort of a camp ahead of you through the trees. You can see that there are people walking around. There are some wagons that are parked.
How do we want to go about this? Can we trust it?
I don't trust you, so probably not.
What's our angle? We could intimidate them, make them think that we're here to eat them or something. Take all their
Or-
goods.
Can we see like people there at all? Does that make sense? Like, do they look like regular people? Do they look like creepy voodoo turtle men? Like, do they look like
That was oddly
skeletons?
why'd you pick that one?
Just throwing
just throwing something out there.
Yeah.
It's a board, hoping I hit something.
No, they look like flesh and blood human beings, and they appear to be the ones that you can see appear to be wearing very colorful clothing, and their tents are also, or their not their tents, their wagons are also very colorful.
Well, something tells me they might not be too keen on seeing any one of us in our particular states. I mean, we can maybe sneak up and listen and see if they're all right, or I don't know. I mean, I can't really disguise this very well as I look down towards my empty rib cage beneath my torn shirt.
I mean, I might have something in my hut
You're
if
right.
you want
You
me
guys should
to.
stay behind, and I'll go introduce
No,
That's
kid.
a good
No,
idea.
Zeno, please stop.
We'll
Please
stay
stop.
here, Silas.
No.
Just
Zeno.
you and I.
Listen, Vilix. Listen.
Yeah.
And I take a knee in front of him. Remember how when we first met our friend Xeno here,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do.
how we thought he might take you,
Mm-hmm.
kidnap you?
No, he always seemed pretty nice.
Right. But remember how that was one of the first things you said when you met us in the woods? Asked us if we were going to take you, kidnap you.
That is true.
Right.
Do
So
you think that they're orphans steal us?
I don't know, but that doesn't mean they're not. So I'm thinking either me or Xeno here will go and investigate first, and then you can go over. Does that make sense?
All right.
Because what if it's too late, right? Like, what if you go over to investigate and we look away for 1 second, and then we look back and you're gone and they're going off in their caravan? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, like, do you have any orphans with you? Oh, he's an orphan. I'm gonna take him.
Exactly, right? We don't want that to happen. It's okay if they take Xeno.
But what if they're bone collectors? And they take you?
What if they're turtle collectors?
What if
yeah, what if they're doll collectors?
they could be? They
What
could
if they
be.
point?
I don't know what that has to
Doll
do with any of the
collectors?
three of us, but they could
Listen.
be.
I'm not gonna lie,
Uh-huh.
that would not likely be the craziest thing that has happened in my short experience here in this strange land. So if they are indeed bone collectors and steal me away, feel free to move on without me. Pour one out for me.
No deal.
All right. So Xeno, are you gonna go see if it's safe, or am I gonna go see if it's safe?
I think I'll go so you don't feel uncomfortable
That
about
sounds
leaving me
awesome.
with
All right.
Vilix.
And I kind of go stand over.
And I'll just
a
go.
little bit in
I'll
front
just
of
do one of these to
Vilix.
Vilix. And I'll give a big smile and start heading off in the direction of the music.
Okay, so how are you going to approach?
Am I coming from this direction? Where are we at?
So you guys would be, the road would be somewhere back here in
Okay.
the black.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna
So you guys
put
would probably be
ourselves
coming.
as close to the edge as possible.
Yeah, you would be coming from. Oh, I guess I.
Let's see.
I wouldn't be exactly on the road. I would assume that Vilix and I would be off to the side, not necessarily in the brush, but definitely not like standing in the middle of the road, you know,
Yeah.
like obscuring ourselves a little bit while we watch Vilix. While we watch Xeno go down.
Yes, we're watching Vilix. I would like to get my chef's costume on
Okay.
very quickly. And can I cast guidance on myself?
I don't know.
Why
I don't
not?
know. I don't know if it's another creature or if it can be me.
Does it say?
I feel like that's kind of
does it
weird
say
to
a
like.
creature.
Um,
Let's look up the spell real
let's
quick.
look it up real quick. I should know this. Should know this. Guidance.
You touch one willing creature.
Am I a creature?
You are a creature.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'll
Did you
cast.
really need to ask?
I'll cast guidance on myself.
Oh,
I
are
did.
you a creature?
Okay. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. And I'll pull out my big pot and make my way towards these people around this fire. Hello, friends. Would you like some stew?
This is great.
Okay, and around this fire, so in this area, there's probably about like 12 figures, both men and women.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking around doing their daily business. Some are dancing, and again, some are playing music and just having a good time. And so as you kind of walk out, you startle quite a few of them, and they're kind of like, what is this guy doing here, you know? But one of them walks forward and says, "Well, hello there, friend or traveler. What are you doing?"
I'm looking for friends. What are you doing?
That's what I do. I just face palm.
Well, we're here looking for friends too. Come join us. You have food.
It's fine, Silas. Vilix, come up. I think they're nice. Did I do a good job?
There are more of you too.
Vilix, I think we need to be cautious as we approach this. We need to.
It's okay. Stand behind me, and I'll protect you.
No, that's
There's so
not what
many
I
of
meant.
us.
That's
You be very
Well-
cautious.
I do have to say, I've never seen, as he looks at you, Xeno, someone of your kind. You are quite interesting.
Hmm.
I'm gonna slowly walk
You-
out from
You're
where
not
I'm at.
from here, are you?
What gave me away?
Well, you don't look like you're dead, and you look maybe more like something from somewhere else. I don't know. You just don't look like, you don't scream Barovia, you know?
Yeah,
It's
I
just, it's
scream
not
like
Barovia.
chef. World-class chef.
That's one way to put it,
You
too.
should try.
Sure.
You should try soup.
But him, and I'll motion towards Silas as he walks up next to me. He's dead, right? Definitely dead.
Yes, is he your little pet?
No.
Your what do they call those necromancer? They do the summons.
Oh,
Is
heavens.
he one of yours?
No, absolutely not. He's conscious and
mine.
independent.
Oh,
Is he yours?
well, that's new.
As I'll turn towards Vilix. Did you make him?
Well, that would make a lot of sense. He must be yours then, right? Great. Well, that's good to know. Now, you little Vilix, I've seen you before. You are tiefling, right?
I am. I have a question for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about orphans?
Well, they're great. I don't know. I mean, it's sad that their parents dead, but we have orphans among us. It's dangerous place, and
I kind of
we-
step in front of
Did
Vilix.
Did you
That
take
is, you steal orphans.
them?
No, we don't steal any orphans. Why would we steal people? That's so weird. You're a funny one. Very protective of your master too.
back
That's
up
good. But no,
I
we
find it very good.
we don't steal orphans. We just sometimes people they
Collect
die,
them.
and they become orphan, and then we keep them in our little traveling party. It's great fun.
Permanently.
It's how people become orphans.
Yep.
People die.
Parents die, and children need someone to raise them.
And Silas, that is how an orphan is made.
Exactly.
Kid, I know what an orphan is.
He's still
alright?
learning. I'll say to the guy.
Yeah, I've actually heard there is quite good orphanage somewhere here in Barovia. I'm not sure, but
An
there's
orphanage?
orphanage somewhere here.
Orphanage.
An orphanage?
If you're looking
Hmm.
for if you look for a orphan peoples, maybe that's where you go. Is that where you're going? Are you going there?
We
I don't know, kid. You want to go to an orphanage?
Well, not really.
Why not?
I've been to lots of orphanages, so I think I don't want to go back.
But have you been to one here? It could be exciting. Lots of orphans to steal.
Yeah. And I don't.
I don't want to steal.
I mean,
I
what?
don't know about stealing them. They
No.
probably need some.
Xeno, why would you
Unless
say
you're-
that?
I'm sorry, I think I got confused.
I'm sure.
I thought that's why.
that's all it was, Xeno.
Totally.
Well, where are my manners? My name is Stephen or Stefan, whichever one. Some people call me both.
Which do you prefer, sir?
Well, I prefer Stefanovich, but you call me Stephen or Stefan.
Stefanovich.
Sure.
Pleased to meet you. I kind of tip my hat, and I.
Good to meet you. You what you here for?
I put out my bony hand for a handshake, like a proper gentleman's greeting.
And he'll reach out and he'll shake your hand.
Silas, Grimhawk's the name. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that question. Here in camp, or here back from the dead, or here in this strange place?
You're right. I should be talking to your master. Sir. And as he looks over to Vilix, what are you here for?
We are here to have fun and
Mhm.
make friends
Mhm.
and explore
Mhm.
and eat soup and
Goopy
that's
soup.
about it.
What my master's trying to say here is, do you know of a Burgermeister nearby? It seems we've come into possession of a couple of documents belonging to him.
Oh, the Burgomeister.
Yes.
Yes, there's one close by, actually, in a village of Barovia. It's just down the road a little bit.
Oh, well, what do you know?
There's one there. There's probably a few others around here too. They're like kind of the people in charge of the cities and the towns and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So it's pretty important people, I guess. But we're not much for the politics. I don't really know who it is, or I didn't vote for him or anything like that. Like, we're just kind of
Not
free
your
people.
Burgermeister, then. is what you're
Yeah,
saying. Gotcha.
yeah. We
Leave it at
we
the
just-
doorstep.
we just travel around and my master is the my own heart, and also, the prince, our prince we have.
Oh,
You know,
a prince, huh?
yes, he's the lord of this here land.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he a nice prince?
It depends on who you're talking to. To us, he's fine. He lets us come and go as we please. That actually reminds me of a story. You jog my memory and remind me of story. Would you care to tell? I tell you of this tale?
Absolutely.
I
I'd
go
love a
over
good story.
and send
Come
on this.
sit
I
around
like
the fire.
stories.
Well, I would love to tell. I love stories. They're
I've
they're a
got
good way to share
literally
information.
nothing else to do, so
Well, that's great.
Is this spot taken, Silas?
you just walk through the fire, Xeno. Are you okay?
I
You
walked
don't
around.
have
I
any-
walked around it. Okay.
Yes, this spot is taken. Hey, Vilix, you wanna come sit by me? There's room over here.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll go sit over here then.
And I don't walk through the fire.
I'll push Felix into
You-
the fire.
Did you see Xeno walked straight through the fire and didn't even get hurt? That was wild.
You must be imagining things.
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
As I'm like
He has quantum
covering up
imagination.
bandage, putting more bandages on my legs.
Okay, so you see this fire, because it is daytime, the fire is pretty, it's not as noticeable as it is at night. If you've ever gone camping and you light a fire in the day, like, you can still see it, but it's not super bright. But you see that Stefan, he pulls out a glass, a cask, a case of wine, and he takes a sip, and then he breathes it into the fire, and the fire erupts into this bright green fire that you can clearly see during the daytime. And and he leans forward and says, "When the story begins, we come from an ancient land whose name is long forgotten, a land of kings. Our enemies forced us from our homes, and now we wander the lost roads." And you see these dark shapes form in this fire, and they take the forms of like men being knocked from their horses and kicked out of these places. And then you see the scene changes, and you see a singular man riding atop of horse, and a spear pierces his side, and he falls off of the horse. And he continues, "One night, a wounded soldier staggered into our camp and collapsed. We nursed his terrible injury and quenched his thirst with wine. He survived. When we asked him who he was, he wouldn't say. All he wanted was to return home, but we were deep in his enemy's lands. So we took him as one of our own and followed him towards his land. His enemies hunted him. They said he was a prince, yet we didn't give him up, even when their assassins fell upon us like wolves." And again, deep in the fire, these shapes, there's one standing with a sword drawn, fighting off a host of shadowy shapes. "This man of royal blood fought to protect us, as we had protected him. We bore him safely to his home, and he thanked us. He said, 'I owe you my life. Stay as long as you wish. Leave when you choose. And know that you will always be safe here.'" The figures in the dancing fire It vanquishes the foes and disperses into a cloud of smoke and embers. And then Stiffin's face becomes somber. A curse has befallen our noble prince, turning him into a tyrant. We alone have the power to leave his domain. We travel far and wide, searching for people such as yourselves to end our dread Lord's curse and put his troubled soul to rest. Our leader, Madame Eva, she's camped just down the road, past the city of Barovia in the desert pools. She can tell you more if you need anything, as we are heading out the other direction.
This curse, who bestowed it?
Well, no one quite knows. That is the mystery.
Hmm.
Some say that it was Strahd himself who cursed himself. Others say that it was some magical forest. Some believe that it was the earth itself. No one really knows what this curse is or anything. Some say that the curse was Strahd coming to the land, and that the land needed to be cursed to become whole again or something. No one really quite knows what happened, but
So is this prince not from here then? Is
no.
Strahd not from here? No.
At least as far as the legend says.
And what do the legends say? What do they say of where he is from?
I don't know. Just far away place. I don't quite know where we're originally from, let alone this guy, you know?
Me either.
Yeah, same.
Well, then you're in good company. No one knows where they're from, and that's okay, because we're here now. Would you like a drink?
What? Certainly.
Great.
Yes, I'm very thirsty.
I'd never be one to turn one down.
Okay, well, we will go get a wine for you and some
Probably some grape juice for Vilix here if you have it.
Yes, we've got some that is for the children. It is not a. It's not a the fun drink that I give you two, but
Not the fun
I
drink.
want a fun drink.
It's not fun.
Why not?
Vilix.
Why can't he have it?
It's not.
I can
fun.
handle it. I'm powerful. I'm
I
more
believe
powerful
that.
than all of you.
I believe that, but there are certain laws in place that prohibit minors from consumption of alcohol, and I don't want to get done for that. So, why
I
don't
thought
we
you
keep?
knew here, Silas.
Why don't we
I didn't know
keep?
that you knew the laws here.
It's kind of a universal thing.
It's a
Felix.
hunch, all right. I
Just
just want the
trust him.
record. I just want the record to show that I, Silas Grimhawk, do not condone underage drinking.
I second that. Just wait.
Yes.
It'll be there when you get older, Vilix.
Yeah.
and Stefan he kind of snaps his fingers and a guy another man brings him some glasses of some wine that he hands to all of you. Vilix, yours is a little bit different shade.
Could I have some grape juice as well?
Is that not wine? Is wine not just grape juice?
Well, I meant whatever.
You want
the
some
kids,
that the
whatever
kids
the
for?
kid's having. What is
Oh, sure. You can have some of that. And he pours it to. He pours you another. They just have like these glasses that he hands you.
Thank you, and I'll cheers Vilix.
I go, more for me as I take Xeno's glass. And then I tilt my head back and dump the glass down, and it just spills all over my shirt and my duster. And I look down, I go, well, shoot. Looks like I won't be having any tonight either, Vilix. As I kind of pass the other full glass back over to Stefan.
And he takes it and says, "Oh, okay. Just make sure to rinse that shirt off. It'll grape stain, you know."
Yeah, I look down and like this. I mean, my shirt is torn and tattered. You can't really tell, like, like it is just destroyed. And then on my
Yeah.
duster on top, even though it's like a thick leather, like it's just scratched and like torn up too. And there's burn marks and holes through it. And I look down, I look up, and I go, "Sure thing, yeah, I'll do that."
Okay. So what do you know where you're going? Why you here? What is
Well,
purpose?
Funny enough, we actually have encountered this Madame Ava that you spoke of before. Does she frequently reach out to people that are not from here?
Yeah, every once in a while, she'll bring some people in and see what happens.
What? See what happens? What do you mean by that?
Did she not tell you? She told you why you are here. Don't joke with me. She told you why you're here.
No.
I mean, to vanquish or to free the people from a tyrant.
Yeah. That's what you're here for, right?
But you all like Strahd, do you not? It's the vibe that I get from you.
Well, and he kind of leans in close and he says, between you and me, it really depends on who you talk to. Some of the people around here really like him, and others, they don't.
I'm picking
what
up
about-
what you're putting down. Keep it
What
all
about
you?
down low.
Yeah.
Is he your best friend?
We're talking to you. Do you like him? Do you not like him?
And he kind of looks, kind of shifty eye around and leans forward and he says, "Personally, I kind of see what he does to the land. I understand why they call him the devil. He's nice enough to us, but I mean, there's a reason why I go looking for people like you to come and fix this land."
You look for people like us? You
Yeah,
the
what-
one that told Madame Ava about us?
No, I didn't. No, she does it too. She's kind of in charge of us around here, But
What does he do
She-
to the land?
he's just... And he kind of looks at you and he says, "Well, you'll see."
Is
But-
is there
But enough of this talk of this. We need to talk about happy things, right? Like, yeah, what's
Yes, because this is all wonderful and happy. I'm gonna start looking around the camp. Is there anybody like eyeing us suspiciously?
you notice most people are kind of going about their business, but as you kind of look around, you see one or two people that are definitely paying attention to your conversation, but they're far enough away that they can only hear when you talk in like normal voices.
Okay.
They're not close enough to hear a hushed tone.
Okay. I want to lean in and just say, is there any way to distinguish those who like Strahd and those who don't? Do you have a secret handshake or symbol or a coo or a hoo hoo or some type of sound?
Honestly, that would be a pretty good idea.
That would. You should start it.
We should start doing something like that.
You
That
should.
would make it a lot easier.
That really would. What else? There's so many questions, but
What time is it now?
It's probably closer to midday,
Okay.
sometime in the afternoon.
do our appearances not frighten you in the slightest?
Well, I'm used to seeing things like this. I've been to all sorts of realms.
Hmm.
You know, there are crazy things out there. You know, I mean, the Fae, there's a whole place that is literally just a creepy carnival. That place is crazy, and like there's everything you could ever think about out there, and so I'm used to it, but I don't think everyone here will be.
Hmm.
What is a realm? Is it
It's
like a fun place? Or what?
It can be fun. Some are fun, some are not. They
Like
just
the carnival? Is the carnival fun?
it depends on who you talk to, you know.
We're talking to you. Is it fun or is it not fun? Shoot straight with this man. I can't stand this. Depends on who you talk to. We're talking to you. We're not talking to anybody else.
For me, it's fine.
All right.
I mean, me
Vistani. Oh, really
personally, I don't like clowns, so not a big fan of the carnival.
Then it wouldn't be fun for you.
No. It'd be fun for you, Vilix. There's lots of games, prizes.
I like games.
I figured you would.
I'm really good at them.
Ooh. I have some games that we could play.
Like what?
Well, maybe not now.
Okay, let's play later.
But I have this board, and I'll kind of pull out my Ouija board. Have you ever played with one of these before?
Nope. It looks fun.
Stefan, you said that you might have some orphans of your own around here. Are there any this kid's age that he can maybe spend some time with? He's kind of only been stuck with Raggedy Bones, myself, and creepy.
Spindly
Turtle
ghoul.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we don't have any orphan children.
Got any
but-
kids here at all?
Yeah, we've got some kids. Let me
Want to play some
me
kids,
remember.
Vilix?
and he calls over this woman and kind of leans over to her and whispers back and forth, and she looks at you guys and is like,
I'll
and
wait
then calls for her
Barovia hand.
kids. And two, both a boy and a girl, come up behind this woman and kind of grab onto her dress and peer around the corner. And she kind of looks at them and gestures over to you, Vilix.
Hi.
Hey, look, kids. This here is my friend Vilix, and he has a secret friend that I think he might want to show off to you.
I see.
Well, what are you talking about there?
Trust me.
you're
Felix
warning.
will pull the squeaks from out of his pocket and show the kids. This is Squeaks. He's very fun and he likes soup.
Oh, I thought you were the secret friend. As he kind of gestures to you, Silas.
I turn around, like, seeing if there's someone behind me.
Now everybody knows about Silas. This is my secret friend Squeaks, though.
And the kids kind of peer around the corner, very interested. And they look at their mom and they're like, "Can we go play with him and the mouse?" She looks at them. She says, "Sure, but stay within sight." And the kids kind of run off to a little area just right in front of the camp, kind of over here.
Okay, Felix will follow him.
Okay. You go over there, and they pull out. They have like little toys and stuff that they pull out. They start playing with you and stuff.
I show them my my coin trick, where I pull a coin from out of their ears.
They
And then
are
I pull another
very,
coin
very
from out of
amused.
their nose, and then it starts raining coins.
They
gonna come
definitely
over.
love that.
I'm gonna come over and sit by Stefan, and and I'm gonna lead in, and I'm gonna say, look, can we leave the kid with you?
What?
Well,
I don't know if, and my hand gets a little shaky as I'm like sitting and kind of fiddling with my gun.
mm-hmm.
I just don't know if we're, I'm kind of hang my head with my hat covering my face. So you can only see like my mouth when I talk.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if we're a safe choice for him to be with.
Speak for yourself. I mean, this is what I do. I take care of people.
I think I've made it abundantly clear, Xeno, that I don't trust you one bit.
That's fine
Let
if you
alone
don't
the fact
trust.
that I accidentally shot the kid earlier. All right.
I don't know if
So, I don't necessarily think that you or I are qualified for the well-being of a young person, of a child. That's what he is,
I
You
know
know that, right?
I know what a child is. Okay, not
And
like
you know
you.
what kind of
Okay, I know what
place
an
we're
orphan
in.
is.
Right?
Yes, I understand that, but this is what I do. I take care of my friends.
Yeah, that's what worries me. As I turn back to Stefan, as you can see, we're not quite the best pair for the situation. I just think he'd be better off with, people his age, with a group of people, a little more numbers, easier to protect him. We can't hack it.
Well, the funny thing is that we're actually on our way out.
Great, take him with you.
He cannot leave.
Well, why not? You guys can.
We're the only ones who can.
Like
Why?
just your troop, or
Our blood, Vistani. We're born with the ability to leave. It's not something you can be given, except by Strahd himself, maybe, but he can't leave with us. But we'll be back eventually. If tell you what, you hang on to him. You figure out your little differences. Go visit Madame Eva. Tell him your story. Her camp doesn't leave very much. They could maybe take him in and be a new home, but we can't.
I clench my teeth real tight as I grip my rifle stock tightly as the wood kind of like grates against my bone. And I say, "Oh, I've got some words from Madame Eva. Bringing a kid into this hell. Expecting him to be fine, expecting him to just be happy, be all right.
but
No.
he is." And I'll motion towards Vilix playing with the kids.
Yeah, sure, he is now. What about a few hours ago? What about last night? What about a day from now? We don't know what's going to happen. I don't. I don't think you do too, despite your premonitions. It's not right.
I have to
Well-
disagree with you, but I see your point of view. I truly do, Silas. But I think the kid is more capable than either of us. I think he's been through more than we know. And personally, he's kind of grown on me. I kind of like his little rascaliness. How about
Stefan,
this?
look, you got like a toy or something. I'm willing to trade for it. I don't got much, but I kind of pat my pockets down.
Yes. I love to trade. I'm a person who likes to collect things. You know?
Orphans?
No, not orphans.
I know. We established that. I just had to test it.
Things from far off realms. I love to find things that no one else can be found and that you only get in one place, right? You know?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's dolls, sometimes it's bones. You never know. Sometimes it's turtles.
Actually, on second thought, do you have a small whittling knife? Something sharp, something real good for fine work on wood.
Yes.
And I-
Sorry.
I said, and then I pull out my flask. I kind of shake it. I undo the top and smell it. I go, I'm willing to give you this. And the contents inside.
And he looks very intrigued at this, and he says, "May I see?"
Yeah, certainly. I'd be offended if you didn't.
And he grabs it and, mimicking you, smells it and is like, and then kind of understands what it is that he's smelling. He's like, "Ooh,
Careful
Okay.
now. It's a bit stronger than wine. It's called whiskey. It's made from distilled grains.
really? Grains?
Yeah,
Like bread?
yeah,
Interesting.
right?
It's bread water. That's kind of."
I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, and what you're drinking is rotten grape juice. So
Hey,
listen, look, I don't question it. I know it tastes good, and I know this should be pretty unique.
let me go see what I can find, and he'll hand you the flask back.
Okay.
And then he kind of, oh yeah.
As he is walking away to find something,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to turn to Silas and say, I find it very interesting that you think yourself so incapable, and yet your first instinct is to trade your flask for a toy for the kid.
You're mistaken. I'm getting a knife.
Well, a toy, a knife. What's the difference, really? But, wait, is the knife for you or for him?
Well, I guess you'll find out.
I think you're more capable. You'll be alright. And worst comes to worst, we take him to Madame Ava's, we check it out, and if we really don't think that we can take care of the kid, then we'll leave him there.
All right. I can get behind that.
I have my fingers crossed behind my back.
I've got my finger on a trigger, barrel pointing at your gut. No, just kidding.
I blow your crossed fingers off.
Okay, and just then, Stefan comes back, and he has this little knife, and it kind of looks like a small dagger of sorts, and it has this metal hilt encrusted with like a few fairly common gems and things. It's not anything super fancy, but it's a nice looking knife, and he kind of weighs it in his hand, pulls it out of its little leather sheath, sticks it back in, and hands it to you, and he says, "What about this?"
Looks great.
Then we have a deal.
I hand him over my flask.
And he takes it, and again he's gonna smell it and be like, "I think this will be good. Never had bread water or juice or whatever this is, but it
Trust me,
seems
it is
good.
good. Burn's going down, but it's worth it.
Interesting. Well, is there anything that you all need, or are you on your way? Do you...
How far away is the village Barovia from here?
It's about. It's probably about the. Half a day's travel. So.
Would. And I understand if you say no, but we wouldn't be imposing if we asked if we could stay the night with you here.
Sure.
Give Vilix
yeah.
some time to play and have some fun, a safe place for us to stay. That way we're not ended up in town at nighttime and not securing ourselves a place to stay there.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. We're here for the night. We're packing up tomorrow morning, so
Right.
you can just head out with us. We'll go opposite ways, of course, but that would be just fine. Feel
Alright
free
then.
to sit, and you brought your stool that's sitting there. Feel free to heat it back up in the fire, whatever you need.
Do you have a map by chance?
A map? No, we don't go by maps. We go by heart. We go by our feelings. We don't need a map. We grew up here, right? You don't need maps.
It makes sense. Do you have maps in Barovia?
Well, there might be a few here and there. I'm not sure.
We'll keep our eyes open.
Okay. Now, is there anything else that you guys would like to do or go through, or do we just kind of want to...
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
I would just...
I will say, go
Nope,
ahead.
go ahead. You first.
Dang it. I am death, the destroyer of worlds.
Probably shouldn't sing that.
Vilix actually comes
There we
up to the group at this point,
Okay.
and he says, "Guess what? We were playing hide and seek, and I told him to come find me, and I'm gonna come over here and do like a hide in plain sight kind of thing."
Or better yet, Xeno, you can do that thing you did when I shot Vilix and turn him invisible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Vilix, you can do that thing you did when I shot you.
There you go.
You turn invisible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't really feel like it.
Do it. No,
That'd be
no.
cheating.
Do it. Do it. I bet you can do it.
I could if I wanted to.
Cast your
All
magic
right,
spell.
let's see it.
Remember, do it like you showed me, and I'll wink at Vilix. And I will ready an action to cast invisibility.
All right, here we go. I have to concentrate really hard when I do this.
Yeah, but we
Oh,
have to
that's
really
myself.
focus on Vilix.
Silas?
Everybody look at Vilix.
Everybody, look at me. Actually, don't look at me because I get nervous.
Don't look at him. Everybody look away.
Everybody, look away.
I turn around.
I will, I'll cast invisibility on
And
him.
he looks at Xeno. He's like,
I'll cast
like-
invisibility.
cast it up.
I'll try and do it stealthily.
All right, Vilix.
Since I'm
Are
cast.
you
And
ready?
everybody, but before you look at me, everyone has to say the magic words. Magic words. Say, Huggabaloo,
I'm not saying that.
didgeridoo.
I'm not. I'm not saying that.
Huggery
Vilix.
do,
Say it or
invisibility
look.
you, and I'll cast invisibility. I rolled really bad on my. I rolled a 10 on my stealth check, or like.
I'm turned
don't know.
around.
Yeah,
I'm not,
okay.
I'm not
Silas
Okay,
is turned
cool.
around,
Yeah, like
and
I'm
I'll
not-
allow that to be your
Does
vocal
anybody
components.
Okay.
Does anybody say Huggabaloo, didgeridoo?
I don't. I say, Huggery boo, invisible you. Because I have to do my verbal components
Because
to
nobody
make you
said it.
invisible.
Fine. Because nobody said it, Silas just huggery boo, didgeridoo.
Yes.
All right, are you hidden yet?
You're invisible.
And I turn around and
He's gone.
Well, paint me blue and call me Sally. Where'd he go?
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah. Darn
You
straight
agree.
he's good.
Vilix.
And before
Yes.
I
Wait,
make
what if...
any move,
Oh, okay.
before I make any move, I go, Vilix. Now remember what happened last time. Don't go up and surprising people or tickling them or any nonsense like that. You don't want to catch another bullet or a blade.
Fine.
You can do that to the kids. I don't think they'll shoot or stab you, but anybody else, off limits.
I will keep it in mind.
All right. Go have fun. And then I yell to the
Okay.
kids.
And then he makes like stepping noises like he's going away, but he's actually standing right there.
Just see the same footprints just going deeper into the mud.
You
I-
just see it in one spot.
Well,
And I
now
go, you're going to have to do better than that. Hey, kids, I think I heard Vilix over here.
And the kids they come running from the forest. Look, and they come up to you and they're like, "Wait, where is he?"
I'm not sure. It seems like he disappeared right under our noses. But, and I kind of kneel down and like slyly gesture to the footprints next to me or near me. If you look real close for clues, you might be able to find him.
Oh, okay.
And first one that tags him wins.
Oh, you think you're real sly, Silas, huh? Well, guess what? Vilix is going to cast prestidigitation, and he's going to make it sound like his voice is coming from the woods. He's going to say, I'll give you a clue over here.
That's good. That's
And he
real
stays exactly where he is.
good. That's real good.
Okay, the kids totally fall for it, and they go running towards the woods.
uh,
Pretty good, huh?
You're a clever one.
I told you, I'm
It would-
smart.
It would be a real
I
shame
know,
if...
like,
Go ahead.
I know, like, all 19 letters of the alphabet.
That's impressive. It would be a real shame if somebody gave you up, wouldn't it?
Or stole me.
Or stole you.
by this point, I've walked away. I am looking for like a thicker branch, probably about 3 inches in diameter. Probably like 4, 5, 6 inches long. I can start carving, strip the bark off, and take the, the knobs and stuff off of it.
Okay, yeah, you find they've got some firewood here and there. They've got plenty of it. You kind of wrestle through it and find one and
I'll start whittling away
whittling away.
as I'm just gonna watch, half watch Vilix and the kids play. Definitely keep an eye on Xeno, and wait for morning to come.
Okay. All right. So you guys stay there the night.
Yep.
Okay, and you're able to rest, and in the morning, Stefan wakes you up, and Silas, you've kind of been sitting there. I'm assuming that you kind of watched everything while you were in your trance or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. For the 4 hours, I have to remain immobile,
Okay.
and then all the rest of the time I was just whittling. But I kept an eye out.
Okay. And you notice that throughout the night, things were very quiet around in the forest. Like you heard a few things that were off in the distance, but nothing ever came close to the camp. And Stefan kind of wakes you up, and he says, "We'll be heading out here soon. Would you guys like some food?" before we go?
I mean, I wouldn't, but even if I wanted some, I couldn't. But maybe
I'll have his.
Okay.
Vilix and Xeno.
I won't say no. Very appreciated, friend.
Yes, I
More for
hope
me.
that we meet soon. You lot are you seem different than the rest.
What makes you think that? What gave that away? As I kind of like put my bony hand on my hip, the wind blowing through my empty rib cage.
Well, you've got the point. And he hands you all a plate of food. Vilix, you get 2 plates of food.
Nice. He's a growing boy. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And as you eat, they finish cleaning up their camp. They get everything. They get their horses all hooked up, and then he'll come over and they take the plates and everything like that. And he says, "Okay, well, we're out. Good luck with everything again. I hope that we see you soon. And I don't know. And he'll kind of lean into Xeno. He's like, hey, maybe think of some sort of a handshake or a secret saying.
Yes,
We can maybe try to implement.
we can absolutely do that. In the meantime, I'll write it down.
Sounds good. I hope to see you again. Good luck.
You as well. Safe travels.
Thank you. And they head out. And you guys are left in this clearing, all alone.
Did he like point the way that village
Yeah.
Barovia would be? Okay.
Yeah, he would have said that it's just up the road.
And I kind of watch them leave. Do they just go down the road the opposite
Yeah.
direction?
Mhm.
Okay. I go, well, should we be on our way?
Doesn't feel like we have any other choice.
Yeah.
Let's
We got-
go.
We got
I'm
one
ready for an
direction.
adventure.
Look how ready he is. Let's go, Vilix.
Let's go.
All right. We head out.
Okay. And as you head out, you begin down the road, and you go just a few more hours, and again more these these trees begin to thin more as you continue onward, until eventually they open up, and you find yourself in what appears to be more of a plains type landscape.
Scenery change. Scenery change.
Scenery change. It's coming.
Come on, let me in. Let me in. Oh,
Let me in.
yeah.
Let me in.
Look at that.
And you see what appears to be farmland along this road. There's some homes scattered about this land, and there's large like squares and plotches of various things of wheat and other grains of sorts that appear to be growing.
You know, I am quite surprised how beautiful it is here. Quite the change from earlier.
I guess.
So, I have a question, Silas. Do you think this is all still fake?
I don't know.
Seems to be a lot you don't know.
You're telling me.
Yeah, you don't really know much.
I know enough, kid.
So you just woke up one day like this, huh?
Yeah. Pretty much. Not really any memory of anything before that moment. Mainly just instinct, how to use my weapons.
Seems like a little bit of the trauma as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know, you just had a bit of a breakdown when the kid got hurt.
Nah, I was just. Nah, the.
Scared you a little bit?
I mean, yeah, he jumped up right behind me.
You scared
So
him
he
good,
did.
Vilix.
He did scare me. Yeah.
Good job, good job.
Who isn't scared of me? I'm terrified.
I'm horrified of you.
So, I got a new game for us all to play.
Ooh, what is it?
All right.
It's called the Quiet Game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you play?
Whoever goes the longest without speaking, making noises with their mouths,
Okay.
or being too loud in overt ways wins. The best part is, instead of this whole like, oh, well, if Vilix is a good boy, then, he gets to ask questions, which, by the way, you were a good boy yesterday, so you can ask 5 questions if you want.
5 questions?
Yeah. That way it's built in, right? It's like a double win for Vilix, because if he wins at the end of the day, quiet game, he also wins his questions. And it's something that me and Xeno can play.
Yes. I have something I can play. And I will reach into my little turtle shell, and I'll pull out my death whistle. And I'll blow it as hard as I can.
What is a death whistle?
Do you want to go ahead and describe what's
so-
Actually horrifying and real.
So, a death whistle is real. It's a whistle that...
I believe it was made by the Aztecs.
Yeah, is it the
At
Aztecs
least
that used to use it?
At least they
Mayans
used
or
Mayans or
Yeah,
Aztec.
like
it's one of those
the
South
tribes,
American tribes. But basically, when you blow into this whistle, it sounds like somebody screaming. And so, as they were going into battle, there would be hundreds and hundreds of these men blowing into these death whistles, and it would just sound like a cacophony of a bunch of humans screaming. It's pretty much the most unpleasant.
Not only would they do that,
Go ahead.
the night before the battle, they would actually sneak around their camps, and they would stay up all night blowing them around, and they couldn't sleep, and they would exhaust them the night before the battle.
Yeah, go look it up. It's literally a horrifying. If you don't know what it
Pretty
is,
terrifying.
it's pretty terrifying, and it's not pleasant
very
in
fitting
the
that Xeno would
slightest.
have one,
And
honestly.
it's also not quiet at all. So
yeah.
I think
And
I'm
I think
winning.
you can like buy them on Amazon too. So if you really want to just like be the worst person ever, like
Check our link in the Amazon store, everybody. Death whistles.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Death whistles.
So do you blow it, Xeno?
Oh, as hard as I can.
And Xeno immediately loses. That is the one way to lose the game, right?
How
there.
did I lose?
I
What do you
literally
mean?
said overtly make noise.
That's what I did. I overtly made noise.
That's how you lose.
And I made it not quiet.
No. The quiet game is the goal is to be quiet.
Well,
Well,
it's a
Silas, you spoke, so I believe I win.
Vilix wins.
I get my 5 questions.
He makes a very good point. You did talk, and he was quiet.
It was a really fast game. I'm really good at these.
Felix,
Felix is really good at playing all of these games.
Yeah, he is.
You're number one. I mean, you have beat both of us in every game.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
First question. Why and how does the sun stay in the sky?
That's 2 questions.
Is there like a string that holds it up?
Most likely.
Does
yes.
someone dangle it and move it? I don't know.
That's 2 questions. Why? I have no idea. How? I don't know either. Next question.
This question thing kind of sucks if you don't have an answer to it, Silas.
That
But
was
I'll
an
keep
answer.
going. if you had the option to get some new skin.
No.
Yes.
The answer
Well,
is
Yes,
no.
that's what I was
No.
thinking.
No. No. A
Yes,
new
I like.
rule
Hold
of
on,
the
hold on.
game.
Let him
If you ask
continue.
a skin question as a winner of any of these games, you automatically forfeit the rest of your questions for the day. So, now that that's been
You
settled,
can't just make stipulations in the middle of the question asking.
You make a lot of rules.
Yep, that's part of playing games is rules.
Who
Games
put
without
you in
rules,
charge
then
of
there's
making
no
the
fun.
rules?
Listen, if you want to earn your questions back, skin free, then you can win another quiet game. So let's start again. We're all playing. The object is to not make noise. 1, 2, 3, quiet game. And we just keep walking. That
Okay,
was
what's
Jefferson
the
talking, not
yeah?
Silas.
Well, what's the walking order?
I'm probably taking lead.
Okay. Xeno, where would you put yourself?
I will. I'll go in the back.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
'Kay.
While you're doing that, Connor,
Mhm.
yeah, do you have like? Can I have just a sec?
Yeah, go for it.
Vilix casts message, on Silas. And like makes sure that he like tugs him on the shirt, make sure that he knows that he's making eye contact with him, and sees that he's not moving his mouth, and sends the message to Silas. Does this count? Is me not saying anything? And then makes really obnoxious noises like.
Okay.
The best way to use message.
Yep.
Seriously, does that burn a spell slot?
No, it's a cantrip.
Oh.
He does it again.
And I just turn around and I yell, "No, it doesn't count. You lose the game."
I didn't hear
I
anything.
yelled
Oh,
at-
dang it, I lost.
Technically, Xeno, you won as Vilix was making
Technically,
noise
I won.
with magic.
I didn't hear anything.
New rules.
Let's
There was
let's
no
do it.
stipulations
Okay.
against
No.
making noises with magic.
Okay, let's do
No
it again.
magic noises.
Okay, no magic noises.
1, 2, 3, quiet game.
I want to cast suggestion. On Silas.
Does it require verbal components?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you want to lose the quiet game to cast it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, you need to make a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
of, I believe, 14. Yep, 14.
I got a +2. I'm going to roll it for everybody. In front of everybody. That's a 4.
Let's go. So, Silas, tell us everything you know about your life.
Literally nothing.
Oh,
Dagnabbit.
we just lost again. Felix, you're 3 for 3.
I turn.
I think that's 10 more
Fine, so good.
questions.
I turn around and I point a bloody finger at Xeno. I believe a rule was no magic. That was magic. I know.
He said no magic noises.
No magic at all.
Okay,
Don't be
I
mad
have a
just because
question.
you can't do it.
Yes, Silas. You technically won. Let's put on our big boy
I'm
trench coat.
thinking I shot the
and
wrong
enter
person
my-
here.
It's a duster.
As I just look at stare. There's Xeno. Wait, what? What did you
Silas,
say?
come on.
What was the question?
He said, "Let's put on our big boy trench coats," and I whispered, "It's a duster."
It is a duster.
Yeah. See, someone's got your back, Silas.
How about this?
Silas, I do have a question.
Okay, you get 5 questions for
10.
the one win that you got. He lost. He didn't win last time.
I didn't even hear him talk the second time. Okay, you're hearing things.
Silas,
What's your question? Yes.
do you think you used to be a good person?
Sorry about the forced night, boys.
Because you said you don't remember anything about your life. Do you think you were good?
Next question.
Can you just do
You have
that?
to answer if you have an answer.
Okay, he gets a
Can't say.
refund. He gets a refund on that
Yeah.
question. Then he
All
still
right.
has 10.
I don't want a
Look,
refund.
kid. And I turn around, like I stop dead in the street. And I turn around and I go, "Look, kid. Sometimes it's not as easy as good and bad. There's a lot of good people that do bad things to try and make things right, and vice versa. Bad people that do good things in order to make things right or even do more bad in the future. So to answer your question, I bet I was a bit of both. Just like everyone is.
Do you think I'm both? Do you think I'm good and
No,
bad?
no. You're all good, Vilix. Every
Are
bit
you
of
sure?
you. Positive. And you know how I know that?
Yeah.
Because your little buddy there vouched for you as I point to your pocket.
He would know. He's been with me for a long time.
He would. And I don't need to be with you a while, kid, to know. You're good. Alright? So don't take after me or Xeno here. Just keep being yourself. But maybe
Okay.
just a little more quiet. And if I could wink, I would wink, but I can't wink, so I just go.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Just give me a finger guns.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else on this road, or is it just us?
It's just
Yeah, like some travelers. Or...
no, it's just you guys. You've passed a few homes along the side, but they've all they all look old and worn down. The fields seem to be overgrown. There are a few scarecrows hidden about in the fields, but it is just you walking on this road as the sun is behind these gray clouds.
All right. I think you've got 4 more questions. Or 3, technically. You asked me if you were good, so.
That's true. What makes a person? What makes things good or bad?
You know what, kid? I don't know. I think you just can sense it, you know?
I've always found that perspective plays a big role in whether people think something is good or bad.
Like, if you're really hungry
Mm-hmm.
and you take something like food that's not yours because you're really hungry, is that good or is that bad?
Well, how do you feel about it? What
I
what
felt
is
like
it?
I was hungry.
What does it feel like in here? As I gesture to my empty rib cage.
I don't know. I felt like I had to do it.
Well, if you had to do it, then does that make you bad?
I don't know. I felt like I wanted to do it too.
Let's say you were someone who had that food and you saw someone else that was hungry enough to steal it. Would you give that person food?
I don't know. I think it would depend how hungry I am.
No.
Because you.
You're full. You got all you can eat.
Okay.
I'm saying you're the one that's got the food in this situation. But let's say there's somebody else that's hungry enough you can tell that they're gonna steal for it. Would you give them food?
Yeah, I think I'd give them some. I
Yeah.
think because I'd be hungry later,
Right.
so I would still need food. for
You'd still
myself.
need some, but you'd share, right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah. Well, that makes you good,
I'd share.
right? Yeah.
That makes me good.
Yeah. I'd say so.
See, it's all a matter of perspective. It just depends on
What
your
about you, Xeno?
circumstances. What about me?
Are you good? Have you done good things? Have you done bad things?
Yes. I like to think for the most part I'm generally good. But I know that's not true. I've definitely done my fair share of bad things from certain people's perspectives. But from my perspective, it was good. It's very amorphous. Again, it just depends who's looking at the situation.
Next question. Got one left.
Well, I would ask you, Silas, but I know you don't remember your past, so I'm going to ask Xeno. What's one thing that you did that was bad?
I tricked people into thinking I was something that I wasn't. Not necessarily in a negative type of way. I didn't harm them in any way. But I made them think that I was more than what I am. In a matter of speaking. I suppose that wasn't such a good thing. At least for none of them. But it was for me. That's something bad I've done.
And as you guys continue walking down this path, you see looming over the distance a large farmhouse that's slowly growing near as you continue.
Does it look more not inhabitable? Does it look more inhabited more than these other like disheveled places that we've seen?
Yeah, it actually does. It surprisingly looks very well taken care of. And it's much larger than any of the other homes that you've seen. It's nicer looking, and it's not necessarily surrounded by fields like these other homes were, but it's still in the vicinity, but it's nicer than any of the other ones.
Little off-putting, out of place, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody around. We haven't seen anybody in miles. We've been walking all day with nobody, and now we see this house. Should we go knock on the door?
No.
Why?
Why would we?
I feel like I just laid out some really good points of why.
That it's the only house here. Yeah.
You
That
know,
makes sense.
hearing it back from you, I can see where you're coming from. Felix, you look friendly. How about you go knock on the door?
No.
Let's go knock on the door
Why?
and then
Let's-
run away.
That could be good. But then
how
we might
about-
make an enemy.
True. And that's not very good.
That's not good.
How far are we? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was actually just about to answer that question. So you guys are probably about, maybe 100 yards away or so, and you see that it's a large black and white house that's four stories tall, with multiple balconies that go around it. It has windows of various sizes. There's a fence surrounding this well-kept yard, and next to it sits a smaller structure that appears to maybe be a place where servants would live. And just sitting on the porch, just off the porch of this house, you see two small figures. One's a little bit taller than the other. The taller one is a girl, and then there's a boy. And as you begin getting closer, you notice that they're both crying at the edge of this house.
They look like they need friends.
They need help, is what they need, not friends.
Well, we could be helpful friends then.
Yeah, it's just
Friends
stick
can
with the
help.
help for now. I'm gonna approach slowly. Kind of my hands up like this, like not like I surrender, but like it's
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, well, hey, you two, what's going on? What's wrong?
And you see as they kind of surprisingly sit up and turn around. They say, "Oh, please," as they run to this gate that sits in front of you, and they say, "Please, help us. There's a monster in our basement. It
Slow
has
down.
our mother and our father, and we don't know what's going on with them, and
Slow down. So there's something down in your basement. It's got your mom and pa,
yes.
and you need help getting them back. Is that what you're needing, or
Yes,
help killing the monster, or just all the above?
yes, all of the above. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if they're okay. They went down about an hour ago, and we've been out here waiting for someone to come and help us.
Well, I kind of look over my shoulder at the other two, and I say, "We might just be those people. Give me 1 minute. Wait, what's your names?"
I'm Rose, and the girl
Rose.
says to you, and this is my brother Thorn.
Thorn. Silas. Pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you too.
I'm gonna be right back. I kind of turn around and walk over to Vilix and Xeno. And I say, "All right, we gotta situation. Monster in their basement, missing parents. They need our help. What do y'all say? And I kind of look at Vilix. Chance to do
Aye.
some good, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I would hate for them to end up being orphans.
Yeah.
But if they
Had
do,
enough of
they
those.
could come along.
I don't know about that, but let's at least see if we can't help them first.
Okay, I'm on board.
And I
What's
Don't
our,
worry,
what's our
guys.
cover?
bring them.
How do
I
we
bring
how do we
them
make
over.
them trust us?
I'll handle it.
Okay.
I sort of walk Xeno and Vilix over. I say, Rose, Thorn,
Yes.
these are my friends, Xeno and Vilix.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
It just so happens that we are 3 of the best monster hunters around, and we'd love to help you.
Okay. Just go ahead and go inside. The door is not locked.
All
But-
right.
Yep,
I turn to
there's
the
nothing to fear because I am a powerful wizard. And I hunt monsters.
Let's go catch us some monsters.
All right, and that's where we're gonna end our session.
Let's
Nice.
go. I don't trust them. They're
That was a
creepy.
good session.
2 little kids in the middle of the woods. In
It's
the
not
middle of all
woods,
these
it's fields.
I was gonna change it. Okay, I
Oh,
realized.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
All right,
know.
thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when we launch our next videos.
Oh yeah.
You can follow us at PG-DND _ on Instagram, at PG.DND on TikTok, and wherever you find your podcasts. Also, if you'd like to support us on Patreon, go ahead and find us at PG-DND or in the link below.
And
We'll
our
catch you all next time. Oh,
and our YouTube. Follow us on
And-
YouTube.
yeah,
Subscribe
follow
to
Well,
our
us on
YouTube.
hopefully, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and if you made it this far, leave us a like. Leave a comment, what you thought.
Yeah, thank you for
We
watching.
love you.
Mm-hmm.
Leave a comment on who actually won the
Bye.
silent game.
Bye.
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 Did Felix